Welcome back to Half Past Horror. I am the Lantern Keeper. Within this lantern dwell the souls of those whose stories were never meant to be told. Tonight, I shall share one with you. But be warned, some stories refuse to stay buried. Welcome back to...
We paddled until our arms ached, until our lungs burned, the moon our only guide in the darkness. The jungle pressed in on either side, a wall of impenetrable blackness. We were surrounded by the sounds of the night, the croaking of frogs, the chirping of insects, the occasional splash of a fish breaking the surface of the water. But beneath the symphony of the wild, we imagined we could still hear the clicking of mandibles, the rustling of monstrous legs through the undergrowth. The memory of the Ji'BaFoFi, of its glowing eyes and its grotesque form, was seared into our minds. Exhaustion eventually claimed us. We collapsed in the bottom of the raft, our bodies trembling with adrenaline and fear. We had escaped the spider, but the jungle held countless other dangers. We were still far from safe, but for now we allowed ourselves a moment of fragile relief. The first rays of dawn found us adrift on the river, the jungle awakening around us. The sounds of birdsong and monkey chatter were a welcome contrast to the oppressive silence of the previous night. We had survived against all odds, but the experience had changed us. The jungle, once a source of wonder and excitement, now held a sinister edge. We had looked into the abyss, had confronted a creature out of our worst nightmares. The memory of that night, of the terror and the despair, would stay with us forever. We bore the physical and emotional scars of our encounter. Our bodies were battered and bruised, our clothes torn and bloodied, but the invisible wounds ran deeper. We had lost a friend, a comrade to the horrors of the jungle, and we knew that we would never be truly free of the nightmare we had experienced. We were still lost, our story unfolding in the depths of the Congo. Some of us began to doubt our senses, wondering if it was all a hallucination, a product of exhaustion and fear. But we knew the truth. We had seen the Ji'BaFoFi. We had stared into the eyes of a monster. The legend of the giant spider, once a tale whispered around campfires, had become our reality. As night fell again, we prepared for another harrowing attempt to escape. The jungle had tested us, pushed us to our limits. We faced our fears, knowing that the next encounter could be our last. The memory of the Ji'BaFoFi, of that night of terror and survival, haunted us.